Yo, Mr. Guard. How are you in here? Bro said Dacia. A little bit of an early stream today. A little bit. Just for you, actually. $9 p.m. because I thought you'd be a sleepy little baby. Going to bed at a reasonable hour. You can't stay up until 3 a.m. before work? Weak. You're about to. That's so early, bro. Don't you have to... When do you start work? I feel like I still wouldn't go to bed until like 2 a.m. Even if I worked at 9 to 5. Wake up at 6:20? Yuck. That's when I would wake up for high school way back in the day. Or no, that's not true. I'd be at the bus stop at 6:20 in the morning. I woke up at like 5:50 a.m. That shit was ass. Half-hour commute. Yeah, that sucks. Morning shower. I'm afternoon shower. Damn, so you gotta get your beauty sleep for real. That's called unemployment. That's true. Factual information. Where's the new account? That's not gonna happen until after all the updates, because we have Lord of Vampirium coming out in a week. I think it's next week, which is exciting. So we got to do that, get the Maggot King under our belt, do like 2,000 KC of that, and then Raids 4 should be out. Lord of Vampirium, the Grandmaster Vampire Quest, comes out next week. Blood Moon Rises. And played it a month, that's pain. Imagine having a job. Yuck. That sounds like some shit. Does it also have to do with blood? What does that sound? Sounds like it's raining, but it's not. Silly paying monthly to play less than 40 hours a month. Yeah. I do the yearly, but yeah, it does. I did because I didn't know what it was, and I regret it because I don't think I'll ever play that game, so you could have given it to someone else. That is very much not my speed of game. Like, I feel like I heard of it, but I don't know. I didn't know what the hell it was. I was like, what do you do? And then I looked at what you did, and I was like, oh, this looks like I don't want to play this. So I probably won't, but it's there. Maybe if I ever get like a Steam share, library share, whatever it is, somebody else will want to play it for some reason. Resident Evil. I love doing nothing and shooting zombies or whatever. Yeah, not my speed. You gotta do it for the story. It's about the story. Yeah, there isn't one of those either. My name's Leon. I'm a hot cop that kills zombies. That's the story. Pog. Good story. POV, you upset the entire Resident Evil audience. Don't diss my boy Leon. I don't even know who Chris is. I'm gonna be honest. I only know Leon. Oh, he was just in like a different game. I know Leon and I know Jill. I think is her name. I'm pretty sure. But I don't know why I know that. I'm gonna be honest. Maybe it's like the movie. I've never played a Resident Evil game in my life. But I think I watched the movie. He's the partner? Okay. I know some lore. I got some lore. That was probably the movie then. That's probably what they based the movie off of, if I had to guess. This was also in one of the movies, but looks nothing like his video game counterpart. Prison Break guy. Prison Break. I haven't seen Prison Break in a very long time. Can I hit? Can I hit, please? That was interesting that I clicked my prayers and they didn't go on. I like that. It's pretty good. Jesus Christ. That was annoying. I do have the Twisted Bow Yulon. Oh yeah, I had a crazy day. I had a crazy set of days 2 weeks ago. Oh, pause. None of this matters. None of this matters. Sure. We hit 3 boots last week. Ain't that just nice? So we're doing much better now. Still not, like, at what I'm supposed to have, but we're close enough. I think I'm just missing, like, 3 Eye of Iax. So I accept. Yeah, mine was popping off. It was like days separating it, but it was just 3-hour sessions on stream last week. And we just hit them all, so I accept. I wish they were still, you know, 400 mil, but they're not. But that's okay. Oh, yeah, that's a big upgrade. Especially if you get to Maxim right away. Decided to do a T-Bow rebuild. Ask what I recommend, so I just said, remember how you were killing Doom to make money? Yeah, continue doing that. Yep. Yep. That's the game. That is the game for us mains. If you want, you can do, like, Coliseum or something. Or if you have friends, you can do Tob. The end. I guess you could do Nex, but I despise Nex. That shit sucks. The skill level's not even close to doing it. If you can do Doom, you can do everything else in the game. Straight up. Delve 8 Doom is like the most demanding thing that this game has, I think. To be honest. Even if it is a little bit robotic. Oops. Maybe deep delving more accurately. Like if you can just keep doing 8 back to back to back to back to back to back and not care, you're good. This Doom is up to Delve 5. Swag. Gotta start somewhere. Dude, what's that pathing? Refuse to try deeper? What for why? Some people don't go cheaper because they like pee-pee. It's been almost 2 months and I ain't seeing your noggin in the corner of my screen. That's actually true. The reason I don't is because my current webcam does not have a USB long enough to go from my PC to the top of my monitor. So the angle that I would have to put the webcam in is not very flattering, so I would need to upgrade the webcam before I do that. Crotch can confirm. No, it's like up my nose cam, and I'm not about that life. I got a big schnoz, I'm not gonna lie. Smell tomorrow's dinner. I can smell yesterday's dinner, bro. I can go back in time with it. Ain't nobody need to see all that. Plan is having a bingo event. My rebuild tab is 1.5 bill, and I'm 3/4 SRA piece. I need to lock in the last piece for my T-Bow rebuild. Yes. Yes, you do. And rather swiftly, because SRA is, like, super up right now. Broken smell sound. Yeah, probably. That's why my allergies are so bad, honestly. Fuck is SRA? Soul Reaper Axe. That boy like 400 mil right now. Oops. Yeah, sorry if you made a Soul Reaper Axe like 2 weeks ago, because now it's a bajillion dollars. Fuck. That does not hit me, bro. No way. T-Bow probably gonna up 2 with Mega King. Yeah, I guess it depends what Mega King needs. I have no idea. Weren't they using like magic in the little preview thing that we got? I don't remember. Yeah, of course I kept it. Gotta get them deep delves going. Ah, fuck. No, you bastard! Brother, I sold that one the grind for like 220 mil not even 3 months ago. Yeah, the reason it went up so much is because they decided they're going to buff it again. So I don't know why people got super hyped up about it, because like it's going to be good for sure, but I don't see it doing anything different than it already does. You know, it'll be like less clunky and like maybe 5% better than what it was, if that. So I don't know why everyone's making it like, holy shit, it's Nubis, we gotta double it in price. Like, no. It just is not that at all. It'll still be good where it already was good. It'll just be less clunky to use. But that made it double in price, so I don't know. You wouldn't use it over Scythe in the areas you already do. Like, Vardorvis, it is already Bis, and it's just going to be more Bis at Vardorvis. It's not going to beat Scythe in, like, Tob or Kala or anything like that. So I don't know why people are so hyped up. Like, they didn't change the damage that much. It will still be good where it was already good, and it will still be bad where it was already bad. Nothing really changes. It's just less clunky and slightly better. Made 600 mil flipping? Yeah. It's always a good idea to capitalize on speculators, because I don't know what people are smoking. Like, it's not a 400 mil weapon. It's good, for sure. But the only reason it should be a 400 mil weapon is rarity. But obviously there's enough in the game to where it was 220 mil, so I don't know. It's just weird to me. But pop off. Do whatever you want. The stacks are up for longer, sure, but like that doesn't change anything. You could already... The only place it just has a little bit, like I said, it's less clunky, is in like Tob, between rooms. That's sort of it. But like the stacks being up for longer literally doesn't change anywhere you would use it, where you already would have been using it, so I don't know. It's kind of goofy. Finally stopped seeing Levy in my sleep. That's good. Ooh, this is kind of ugly. I just bought Scythe and don't even know how to use it. You take it to the Colosseum or Theater of Blood and you swing. Swing, swing. That's kind of all it's for, though, to be fair, in my opinion. Colosseum and Theater of Blood. Outside of that, it's kind of like meh. Duke, I guess, but why are you buying a Scythe for Duke, realistically? Like, do other stuff now. You got the Scythe, you might as well use it for what its intended purpose is. If I'm a learner at Colo, is it still good? Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that doesn't matter at all. Luca, if you want the tiles, go to my YouTube, do exclamation YouTube, and then you can either get them from the recent budget delve tech video or the full delve video. How dare you say Scythe is Bis at Brutus? Wait a minute, actually true. If you want to do Awaken Brutus. Thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. I love when my T-Bow just decides that it doesn't want to function. Oh, it was range first. I'm bad. Why Demon Lobster not spit acid on the east part of lair? It does. I was just getting lucky. I don't know why I thought it was mage first. Oops. Scythe still good over SRA at Kalo for a learner. Yeah, 100%. If you could take a Scythe into Kalo for your first clear, absolutely take a Scythe. I can't remember what I did my first Kalo with. It might have been a Scythe. I might have saved up for one. I don't remember. I'm going to butcher your name, but thank you for the follow. Herox RL. Heroxerol. Heroxerol. Sounds like a Pokemon. Clanmate said to bring T-Bow and Nox. You could. The reason they say that is because when you get those awkward solves in Coliseum where, like, let's say you get a double stack on each side of the pillar. You clear the close guy on your side of the pillar, and now you have that far guy, and rotating is awkward for one reason or another. You can then just use the T-Bow to fire it out at that. But I would rather have the T-Bow and the Scythe to kill things faster. But yeah, Nox Alley would work just fine, too. You can do it that way. Whatever way is more comfortable, you can just do it that way. So it's probably got a little burnout of OS after playing 12 hours for 6 months straight. I mean, yeah, if you play 12 hours a day for 6 months straight, it'll probably do that. You probably should take some breaks here and there. Play something else, you know. Go enjoy the woes of, like, I don't know, League of Legends solo queue or something to make you remember what a good game feels like. You're better than him, so I'll take your word for it. It's truly just preference. If you're more comfortable with the just like shooting a T-Bow, you can do that. I did a YouTube guide for Coliseum where I recommend like a super budget setup that brings Bofa for that reason. But it's still like mostly melee, so you would want the Scythe. You just want to bring range for comfort, like safety and comfort. That's what it's there for. You don't need it by any means. Stick to a few games of Mecha Chameleon. I want to play that game really bad. It looks funny. Friend slap of the month. We love that. Oh, you play with randoms? Yeah, you gotta play with... I feel like a huge group with that game would be super fun. Okay, I feel like my mouse movement is warmed up. I haven't played this game for like 2 weeks. I've been AFKing skills. I haven't PVM'd in like 2 weeks, so everything feels foreign. My flicks feel slow, inaccurate, but I think we're getting it back. We're getting warmed up. Not many gamer friends. Sag. I guess to be fair, I don't have like gamer friends. I have acquaintances that happen to play games, but nobody really plays the same games that I do. Bro called me Kissoya and said goodnight. What the hell? Oh, and then he said jizz. That's kind of rude. That is what some people call me, though. Jizzy, oh yeah, was the one I used to get a lot. I accept it. Whatever makes you happy. It's rude to be named Jizz. My bad, my bad. Have a good night and enjoy work tomorrow. Finally do up to 13 to 15 and watching me a few times. Used to claim an 8 all the time. Good. That's what we like to hear. Improvement is good. Oh my god. Remember when I just said my clicks were really good? You see that one? That was sick. Oops. Okay, we're gaming. What is that? Can somebody tell me what that is? What's happening? What is this? Excuse me? Am I cheating? What is on my screen? Oh, wait. I think I know what it is. I have the raid party plugin turned on. I think it's that. Wait, I can't see Doom. Okay, I'll wait. That's a symptom of syphilis? No. I don't know what it is, though. It's like the Pokemon sound. Doo-doo, 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 you know? I'm gonna guess it's Raid Party. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it was just Raid Party. I'm gonna turn that off. Why would it pop up if I'm not in a party? That's weird. Whatever. God, remember when I said my clicks are good? I fucking lied. They're really bad right now. Jesus. Send help. Still prefer to run 2 tiles once as ever. That's fair. Control walking is a really weird thing to get used to, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't do it for a really, really long time. It's also definitely just not required. I did the 2-tile run for a really long time. It doesn't make, like, that big of a difference. It's just if you're under a lot of pressure when the control walk comes in. I think I still prefer running 2 tiles if I'm, like, super confident and I want to get my DPS off. I just prefer, like, running with the orb. What? I was about to say hello? Why was it not going? That was kind of crazy. I love when the grub delays its death by like 15 ticks for no reason. Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of the armor brews. They come up a lot, to be honest. The only thing I don't like is you have to leave Preserve on. Like, Divines are definitely more convenient. And with Armadillo brews, you'll lose DPS. But I think the healing does come up often enough to where I like them over Divines. Oops. I have goobed. It's fine. Definitely make sure you're casting the lower level Demon Bane spell at the very least for that. Because when you do brew down, you can at least cast the lower level one, the level 51. I forget what it's called. But the one down here, this one, Superior. Usually that's enough. You should never brew below that, usually. But if you are, it is what it is. Really? If you brew twice? From 99? You go below 62? No? This one's 62. You can cast this one if you brew 4 times. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. 3, down to 70, and then 4, down to 61. Okay, so if you do 4, then you can't. But yeah, I always use this one. The blue brew. Oh, Arma. Okay. I feel like it should be the same, though. No way it reduces more. Guess I could see. Okay, that was cringe. How long do Menophyte Remedies last? Because I'm wondering if you could just pre-pot Menophyte Remedy and rely on that, maybe? You also just shouldn't have to click Armadillo Brew that much. I guess if you're Armadale Brewing and Sarah Brewing to heal sometimes, that could happen. I could see that. Yeah, you could also just bring Eye. Eye is really convenient, and it's just like a little bit of extra money. I shouldn't have shot that. Fuck. Alright. We have to actually play the game. Armadale wants to start of the wave, and sometimes I heal during the fight with it. Okay. So yeah, maybe just clicking it a little too often. I could believe that. Alright, what do we got? Weirdest set of shit I've ever seen. Alright, we'll go this way. Still use this. And we'll go down here. That didn't block it. That's cringe. Thought I had it down pat. Alright, we're good. Bro, double balled me too. That's cringe. Right. Unlucky. Song is being dramatic. I'm gonna skip it now. It's not that serious. My god, the level of yellow clicking makes me want to fucking jump! Should have held the shot there. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody play the Zelda song. Oh my god, I'm just printing boots, bro. It's so insane. I'm actually just printing boots, bro. What the fuck? Okay, okay. Oh, and those boys are going up a little bit, too. Oh, you love to see it. I might be able to swing Scythe now, to be honest. Let me see what these can sell for. 182? I'm in. Let that cook, and then we go right back. Get Scythe and stream Kahlo? After this trip, we can see if I can just swing it now. Might be able to. It'll be close. We're gonna have to sell some stuff, but we can do some GE gaming and see if I can swing a run. Well, Doom is better money if you hit the drops, right? But Coliseum is consistently, like, 10+ mil an hour, which is really nice. Like, it's almost guaranteed as long as you're getting 20-minute clears. Which, if I can swing Scythe, I'd be really close to being able to do that. Yeah, it's 12 an hour? Yeah, it's sick. We love that. We want Kahlo to be almost best money in the game. Bird. It's not that serious. Oh, it's because it's windy and the bushes are blowing. He's terrified of the bushes. They're very big and scary. I'll close the blinds. Hold on. Or I guess I have to wait for the treads to sell. And then we can try and swing side. So yeah, it might be after this trip. Oh shit, I didn't close the blinds. Sorry, bird. Hold. Hold out. One more minute. Unless I misclick 15 times. The gear and the guide plus scythe. So like the Guthan set? I don't know if I would bring the Guthan set, to be honest. Maybe. Might be able to finagle a slightly different one. Oh, wait. Because Scythe is not a strange weapon, but you really want to... It's sort of like Shadow, where you just want to pump everything that you can into that weapon. So taking the Guthans is actually a really big DPS loss. You actually really want to have good strength bonus. Like Bandos at a minimum, I would say. Oathplate ideally. And if you can walk into Kalo with Oathplate and Scythe, like, you can tank the world. So that would be ideal. Oh no, I gotta sneeze. Hey dude, your content is really informative. Even as an experienced player, keep it up. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Doing my best out here for the people. Dude, I forgot to close the blinds for the bird again. I'm sorry. I know, the bushes are scary. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting. Hold on. I promise. Ultimate challenge. Can I close the blinds while I'm in the middle of a doom kill? I have an idea. I have an idea. I have an idea. Go. Oh! Skilled! We made it! Not a complete max set. We can work with that. We can work with that. Okay, maybe it wasn't the bushes. He's still mad. I have another idea. Okay. Oh yeah, can't I check? I can look at the GE offer, right? This one? Okay, nice. I love miserably bad DPS. haven't even done 50% by the time car phase is over on 5. Nice. We are gaming. Oops. Holy misclicks, Batman. Oh my god, I hit a 6-7 and he died. Somebody clip it and ship it. Why can't that death charge? Hello? Wah. Fuck. Cringe. Okay, nice. No, my Thrall killed it. Damn it. Just gonna hold the shot. Oops, I just hit the Windows key. Aegis, love the Colo guide. Got my quiver. Let's fucking go, dude. You're the first one to come in and say that you got it off of my guide. I appreciate that. That one was sort of flying under the radar, so I was wondering if anyone was actually using it. Very good. This is good news. We love to hear it. Enjoy the DPS upgrade. Which pillar did you use? Which one? What did you do? We must know. You are also using it? Good. Use Northwest? Okay. Big ups, big ups. Oh shit, I fucked up. Looks like I'm eating some dirt for breakfast. Yummy. That's good news. That's awesome news, though. Love to hear it. Gotta get the Inferno one out so everybody can get their Infernals, too. But I may or may not have sold the Bofa. Smile. Sadly, it does fuck all when all I have is Crystal Bofa. Yeah, that is the unfortunate truth of the Quiver. When you're in, like, the... Not, like, mid-game, but, like, the late game. And you only have Blowpipe and Bofa. It feels so bad to get your Quiver because you're like, well, this doesn't really do anything yet. But I have it. But that's what matters. You have it, you don't have to think about it, you don't have to do it again. And when you get the T-Bow, you're good to go. I just turned off all my fucking prayers. I love when I double-click. Like a presentation style better than Reynolds? Reynolds is alright. If you do the guide with T-Bow, I don't mind. I think I probably... Oh! Wait, guys, let's go see if we can swing a Scythe and do some Colo runs, huh? I might do the first guide with T-Bow, and then see how it goes. And then do the Budget Inferno guide with Bofa after that. Because right now I'm way more inclined to just have my Megas, have my max sets ready to go for Raids 4, Maggot King, and all that thing. Okay, so let me deposit all this stuff really quick. We have 661 stack. Let me check. I know Scythe was coming down, but I don't think it crashed that much. Yeah, it's already back up. God, I wish I could have bought it at 122. It's already back up to 131. I don't know if I can swing that, to be honest. It's going to be close. I have to find 700 mil. I don't think I can do it without selling melee gear, which kind of sucks. Or a bunch of my spec weapons, which I don't want to do either. I would have to sell... We want to keep this. We'd have to go like this. I'd really want to avoid selling Conflictions. But if I had to, I would. Ultor we could sell. Dying. I'm dying. My voice is gone. The fuck? Camp Lightbearer, we could sell Ultor. I don't need the Venator. I don't think I can do this without selling Oathblade and, whatever, Torba Helm. $947. Yeah, I can't comfortably do it yet. I can afford max gear if I wanted, but I still like watching the guy with semi-budget gear. I know a lot of people are mid-game. I think as long as you do the guys with semi-realistic stuff like a T-Bow rebuild or a Scythe rebuild, it would still be very relevant. That's probably fair. I feel like it's not that out of the question to be getting a T-Bow these days. You oh, I left my prayer on. You ideally would want Masori, though, as well. So it would be expensive to do a T-Bow, but, I mean, it's valid to do that for your first Inferno. Yeah, we can't quite swing it. That's unfortunate. That's okay. We simply get one more drop, and then I think we can do it. Burb is angry today? Holy... Yeah, I don't know, man. He has a lot to say. Welcome in, though, greatest. Good to see you. He's not even, like, yelling at me. He's sitting up. He has this, like, little popsicle stick contraption that he can lean against to sleep or chew when he needs to chew. And he's just sitting there screaming at it. He's screaming at the wall right now. I think he's just a crazy person. Probably take less time to get a T-Bow than try to get Inferno Cape with Bofa with minimal PVM experience. I did do mine with Bofa, but you're right. I probably wouldn't recommend it because it was hellish. I think it took me somewhere in the realm of like 30 to 50 hours when I had 0 PVM experience. I think the hardest thing I had done before I did Inferno was like a 150 Toa, maybe. And then I just spent the next 2 months in the Inferno. And it was nice, but I don't think I would recommend that to somebody. I feel like that's a good way to burn out. So I think waiting until you... Because it's not like it's that big of an upgrade either until you have Scythe. It's just a max it, like who cares? Anyway, before I start this run, I need water because I don't have any. So I'll be right back. What the hell is this garbage-ass spam message in my chat? Shoot. Kill them. Okay. You can feel the tread drop on Delve 9. Dude, you just missed one. We got one on Delve, like, 13, I think. Like, 30 minutes ago. You can rewind the strime, and find it. Holy shit. Somebody help. Thoughts on Kahlo versus Inferno? It's... I don't want to say it's subjective, but it, like, sort of is. One of them is going to be more, like, mentally taxing, while the other one is going to be more mechanically taxing. So Inferno is, like, a marathon, and Colosseum is sort of a sprint. And it's just whatever you prefer out of those. But they're about the same. My bad, just came here. You're all good, man. You're all good. I mean, I'll take it. I will take a Delve 9 Tread. We need that because we're trying to swing a Scythe so I can do some Colosseum streams for the people. But if you're asking me personally what I find more difficult between the two... Because I hate the answer of just like, oh, they're the same thing. They're not. I think... I think I'm going to hand it to Inferno, but it's a little bit artificial. Because in Inferno, you're sort of guaranteed to take a bunch of random-ass fucking damage past wave 50. And I think you have a little bit less time in Inferno to respond to things than you do in Kahlo. I feel like Kahlo gives you like a slightly bigger, easier grace period than Inferno does, to a degree. You can argue that you can ignore the nibs on your pillar for a decent bit of time, but I don't know, you kind of want to get rid of them. So they can cause a lot more stress than I think Fremies do. It's probably the only real difference is like Fremies versus nibs and which one you hate dealing with more. My bird just knocked down his toy and I don't know where half of it went. Where'd it go, bro? I don't know. Hey, you did it to yourself. I don't know where it went. Inferno scares me because I hate the thought of having to do 1 hour of work to get practice at the later waves. That's fair. Well, it's fair, but it's not. It shouldn't scare you. But I can understand the apprehension of like, ugh, you know, I only have 2 hours to play right now. I don't really want to spend all of it doing an Inferno run and then I just lose it, right? That would feel bad. Defenses are a lot higher nowadays, though. You can brute force a lot of different waves nowadays than actually solve them. You have to respect Kahlo's mechanics or will absolutely deck you. I disagree. I think you can do the same exact thing in Colosseum, to be honest with you. You flick through your Manticores, you pray Mage, and you can tank Rangers all day, to be honest. And in Colosseum, you can just go to Northwest Pillar and, like, literally nothing happens. Like, genuinely, you have to solve, like, maybe 6 wave stacks to get to Soul. Like, it's nothing, you know? Inferno, there are no, like, Giga Spoon waves, really. I guess there can be, but usually you're going to have to deal with some shit in Inferno at some point. How about Doom 1 to 16 compared to Call and Inferno? Testing different skill sets, but I think the APM of Doom, Deep Delve Doom, is higher than anything you'll do in Colosseum and Inferno, for sure. The APM of this is higher. So if you view APM as difficulty, this will be harder. But if you view, like, tick management and wave solving as more difficult, then that will be more difficult, right? So it's a little bit subjective. Like, I find this to be very, very simple. Like, there's nothing to this really anymore. Initially, this was really hard, but not anymore. And I still will have moments in Kahlo where I just fumble, so I think Kahlo is definitely harder than Delve. Because Delve is very solved. And Kahlo and Inferno, there's no, like, default answer to everything. In Doom, there sort of just is, to a degree. So you don't have to think as much. It's just an APM check. As long as you can hit all your flicks and do your punish and all that, and not walk on the acid forever, you're good. Inferno Mage Tank genuinely makes it so easy you really don't have to think until you get to Jads. That's fair. I haven't done the Mage Tank method, but I can imagine it makes it very brain dead. I'm also wondering if you're just going to be able to do that in Colosseum too. Like the same damn thing, to be honest. Okay, are we serious? We're not going to hit a 3. We're not going to hit a fucking 3, bro. Okay. The Raids 4 armor set is going to be completely cracked for Mage Tank Inferno and Colosseum. Like, that gear set is going to be absurd for Colosseum, in my opinion. So, I do hope they tweak the numbers a little bit. I don't want to just make content brain dead with OP gear. That's really boring. And I have a couple friends in the other boat where they're like, no, I want the OP gear. OP gear funny, haha. And I'm like, eh. No. No, I don't want that. I should try a Mage Inferno just to see, like, what it's like, to be honest. Is it really that easy to Mage Tank Inferno, or is it brain dead for people who understand Inferno in and out XD? I think it is actually that brain dead, because if you think about it, you don't really have to do much in Inferno. Like, you might have to flick the Ranger and the Blob in Inferno. I don't remember if I shot something. I'm going to be honest. Oh, God. I was too busy yapping. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, you don't have to do much in Inferno early on. Like, the worst case, you're going to have to flick a Ranger and a Blob, if you even have to do that. So, it comes up 50+. You'll have the Major and the Ranger. And you can just protect Mage at the start of every wave and not really care that the Ranger's on you, because they're fairly inaccurate when you're in the full tank setup. You still have to, like, do the content. It's just way more forgiving. I don't think it's necessarily fully brain dead, like you don't have to do anything. You just don't get punished as hard, I guess is a better way to look at it. You get a lot more wiggle room. Also, I'm dying. You can DPS the Rangers down without changing prayer. I mean, yeah. But when, like, everything is on you in the later waves, you gotta do a little something, you know? You can't just stand there and, oh, well, there's 2 melees on me, a Ranger, a Blob, a Bat. I'll just stand here with Protect Magic on. It's fine. Like, you gotta do a little bit to help yourself, you know? Maybe you can just stand there and RNG it out, but you should do something if it's within your power. There's AutoZuck. I saw that video, and I didn't want to watch it, because I'm upset that people... I don't know why people are so obsessed with not doing something. Like, what? Why are you playing the game if you don't want to do it? You know? It's like cheating. Why are we trying to automate shit? Like, just do it. I don't know. Don't you want to, like, have fun and feel rewarded or something? Why don't you just, like, learn the content and do it? It's really fun and cool when you do that. You think Confliction Gauntlet effect needs to be removed? I do think, for multiple reasons, Confliction Gauntlets were a mistake, for sure. And I knew that when they revealed it. I was like, this is not kosher. I don't know why we're doing this, but okay. I wonder if they thought they were in a bit of a rut with Magic, and they were like, oh, if we do this, we make, you know, the other options stronger instead of it just being Shadow. But it's like, well, there's a couple things wrong with that statement. But I understood where their heart was. They tried, at least. Never done Inferno. It feels like way too much of a time commitment. It is, for sure. And I also do not think that Infernal Cape, or Quiver for that matter, is that mandatory on your journey through the game until you're, like, in really good gear. They don't make that much of a difference. Like, genuinely, 2% DPS most of the time. Like, who cares? It's fine. There are occasions where an Infernal Cape is a big deal for a Scythe. But again, that's like way late game, right? So put it off until you can, you know, buy a T-bow or whatever. It's fine. My Goblin Shadow Rework is already done, but they haven't announced it. I'm holding these. I did see that he mentioned that it was ready, but he didn't want to drop it with everything else coming out right now. So I am curious what they've done, and I wish... There's no reason not to at least, like, show us... Because what worries me is they said it's done, right? Like, why would it be done? Why would we not be involved? Why would we not know what you're trying to do to the weapon, you know? So that's kind of worrying. I think we should know where their headspace is at for that. But if they're just going to, like, rip it without polling, okay. Weird, but okay. Because no offense to the devs, but, like, we have way better, like, calculators in the community than the devs. So just, like, at least make it go through them first or something. I don't know. Let them do their thing. Band-Aid fix to the shadow. Ooh, yeah. That was definitely their initial goal with gauntlets. But they also just, like, buff shadow at the same time, because, like, the shadow can still use the conflictions. They don't get the passive, but it's still accuracy and damage upgrade for it. Delete confliction gauntlet, up the accuracy of the power saves need to be helped to bridge the gap a little bit. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. Inferno is just not fun content. Not a mega noob that says that. It's just 2 months of frustration and no account progress to get the hang of it. I get learning Kala because that's actually a good moneymaker once you complete the waves fairly consistent. That's a fair viewpoint of it. I always thought that because in RS3, or I guess even before RS3, it was RS2, when we had the Kiln Capes, at the end of it, you could choose if you wanted a Kiln Cape or an Uncut Onyx. So it was still, you could make money from doing it, which I think Inferno, like, why not? Oops. Why could we not choose an Uncut Onyx at the end of Inferno, you know? I think that would be fine. Because some people do prefer Inferno over Kalo. I think I'm one of them, but that's only because of Invocations. I hate Invocations. Invocations make Colosseum such worse content. But I get that they... Well, they don't have to be there. I think the content's fairly challenging in its own right. But it would be a little bit too breezy if the Invocations weren't there, I think. Which is unfortunate. But to that argument, like, just make the content a little bit harder then and take out the Invocations. Thanks. What's my favorite PVM content and why? Let me think. If I could just kill Soul Heredit, I would do that all day, every day. I love that fight. I think it's perfect. That being said, I don't want to do the Colosseum waves all day, every day, because those are a little bit annoying. So... I really enjoyed going for Blorva and Radiant. Blorva more so than Radiant. I think I like challenging PVM that also is rewarding. So Doom is honestly up there. Even with all of its annoyances, Doom is up there. I don't know. What would I put at the top? That's a thinker. Still can't beat Soul Sim most of the time. Probably like 40% success rate. I mean, that's all you need, right? Realistically speaking, 40%, you just have to get to Soul, what, 3 times, and you'll probably get it? That's fine. You're more than ready. Just go for it. You're about to say the same thing, Soul is a cool boss fight? I fucking love Soul, man. Like, I genuinely wish I could just farm that boss. I don't care about doing the waves. Wave-based content, I'm sort of like, with. I think I would rather have a really cool standalone boss than another wave content for Biss Mage Cape. But I'm sure they will give us more wave-based content for next Biss Mage Cape. Just to stick to the norm, I guess. Okay, that was weird. I think I lagged. Soul is harder than Bardorvis for sure. Not sure how hard it is compared to other content. Soul... Where did I put Soul? Soul himself. Maybe like... I put Soul. Just Soul. He's not like that difficult, right? He's as difficult as anything on your first try, but he is a 0 damage boss fight in the grand scheme, like once you understand. So maybe... Because he's not as hard as an Awakened boss by any stretch. He's not as hard... Yama's not difficult. Maybe Doom. Maybe Doom. Doom 8. Sure. Doom 8, I think, is fair. Is it as hard as, like, Solo Melee Yama? It's definitely harder than Solo Melee Yama. Solo Melee Yama's whatever. That's, like, nothing. I think Doom 8's fair. He's not that big of a deal. Once you understand what's happening. It's just preset movements. It's very similar to Doom, honestly. Preset movements, 0 damage. Once you understand, you're good to go. Up the max hit of Shadow and lower the accuracy is an interesting suggestion. Not gonna lie. Wonder what that would do. Higher max hit, lower accuracy. Would that change its purpose at all, I wonder? I am back. I'm back. Took a little week vacay. And I'm streaming a little early today. For reasons. You feel like Doom is harder than Soul? Oh, you feel like Doom is harder than Yama? Really? That's an interesting take. But maybe start a YouTube channel? To be fair, I have had this YouTube channel since I was in high school, which was 14 years ago, showing my age. So I started it back then just as like a creative outlet. And I ended up dropping it when I got into college because college, like I just didn't have time. And then I just like went working and whatever, more college, blah, blah, blah. Sort of put it down for a long time. And then, last year, I think? Yeah, last year, I decided, I was like, you know what? I kind of miss this shit. And a big reason was I saw a bunch of my clanmates were having trouble with... I don't want to call it easy content. It's easy to me, but other people might find it difficult. And I was like, I can explain this in a way that they understand. And I did. And they appreciated it. And I was like, you know what? Why don't I just make these into videos for people who aren't in my clan that are similar, like in a similar boat. And that's what I did. I just made the channel because I want to help people have fun and enjoy the game and challenge themselves and get better. That's pretty much it. Believe it or not, I made RS3 videos. Ew. Because I made videos before old school was a thing. I followed the game through its death and rebirth. Are you going to grind on the new boss on release? Yeah, absolutely. As long as it's good. If it's a shit boss, then probably not. But it looks like it's going to be pretty interesting. Which means I have to do the damn quest before Quest Helper. Yuck. I don't want to do quest. Accuracy Shadow makes it so strong it impedes T-Bow's use cases. Due to how accurate it is. Boss with the mantle level be so high, T-Bow's great, but Shadow doesn't care. Yeah. I remember the initial proposal for the Confliction Gauntlets that Shadow was going to be better at next than T-Bow, which is hilarious. Like, why? I swear sometimes, nothing against the devs, like, do they do the... Surely they can do the calcs. Like, just do the calc. When you propose an item, and you're thinking about an item, be like, okay, where's this going to be used? Let me do the calcs for this stats. Like, we have the tools to just do the calc before you even put the item out in proposal. I don't understand. Just do that. When do you say the Noxious Alley is worth getting? Whenever, honestly. It's a really good weapon. Very, very strong. You take it into Kahlo, Vardorvis, Duke, here. What else? I don't know, a bunch of random stuff. It's really good. So whenever you can, I would just go for it, to be honest. It's a great thing to have in your bank. Oh yeah, Tob. Did I say Tob? Tob for sure. I think We Do Raids, like, shuns the Nox Alley for Tob for some reason, but, like, just use it. It's good. I don't know why they have a stick up their ass. Yeah, it's great at Vardorvis as well. Against Zuck, off-task, T-Bow is 63.5% accurate, Shadow is 63.5% accurate. It's barely different. Zuck is designed to be fought with range. Is that true? That's kind of funny. I thought the DPS of Shadow on Zuck was kind of weenie pee-pee bad. I don't know why I keep going this way when I could easily just go the other way. It is what it is. I'm an intelligent human. Alright, let's do this. And slap. And spec. And shoot. And slap. Max hit Shadow is lower than T-Bow, so it's still lower than T-Bow there. My point is just to showcase how much a problem Shadow's accuracy is. I remember doing calcs. No, it was actually about that good. It was like somewhere in the 6 range. Because I was calcing the new armor set at various places. Because I was like, this is so insane, right? And it is. I do not like the... I don't want to say, like, dumbing down, but... sort of dumbing down of some of the things in the game. I'm all for accessibility. Accessibility is good. But... I don't want to just, like, make every piece of content a non-factor, because that's what RS3 did, in my opinion. And I don't love that. So hopefully we are still far away from that happening. RS3 PVM is a fucking meme, by the way, if you are unfamiliar. Big a memer. If you were to do a normal chamber, Shadow's better than T-Bow against Mage Vanguard until you get into a 10 hands. That's kind of funny. Yeah, you don't realize how powerful Shadow is, truly, until you step into TOA and Max Mage, and you're like, oh. I see. +400 Toa without Shadow feels so bad after you've had one. Yeah. That's why I'm not going back, because I sold my Shadow, and I was like, well, I could technically still do Toa, because I have a T-Bow. But I'm like, you know, T-Bow's good, but, it ain't a Shadow. Fighting some boss, can't remember which. Let me think. The other day that made a chirping-ish sound, and I swear to God, I thought I had one of your vids open. Shout out to Peter. Hell yeah, dude. I get real sound effects, okay? If I'm ever out in the wilderness in RuneScape, I get actual bird sounds. It's fucking great. That's what he's here for. Problem is Shadow sucks outside of Toa. It costs like 10 M charges to get 100 KC at the Withers, which is insane. The boss is even a good moneymaker, and it's best for Shadow. Yeah. That's valid. I don't think it sucks outside of Toa. It just feels bad because it's not in Toa, if that makes sense. You lose out on your other multiplier. Damn it, I cannot get this guy to die at the right moment. Because it's really good in chambers. I guess you don't bring it to Tob. It doesn't really do anything in Tob. I guess you could. It's just not that great. But yeah, I think mage content also needs help. There's not that much to do with magic right now, in my opinion. I guess you can do Mage Tank Inferno, but that doesn't feel like mage content, in my opinion. I want, like, actual dedicated mage boss. And we just kind of don't really have those. So that's why I'm wondering if Maggot King is going to be a mage boss. I don't know. It'd be kind of weird to be a mage boss that drops a bunch of range stuff, but, you know. I've seen weirder. What do you mean? We have Kraken! True. I love Kraken. It's actually true, dude. Kraken's kind of a sick boss. You, like, sit there and you click attack on the boss. And then it dies, and then you sit there and then you click attack on the boss. And then it dies again. It's kind of sick, dude. It's like a lot of mechanical prowess. in that boss. Big. What are the account goals for now? Ow. Not dying to do. Currently, we just need to get enough money to buy a scythe. And then I will have max range and max melee. And I'm going to get max mage last because, like I just said, mage content is few and far between. And of the content in the game that I like, mage is not involved, realistically. Except for Tob, sort of, but I'm not a major in Tob, I'm a ranger. So, you know. Ouch. I also think... Whoa. That was weird. I also think... God damn, dude. Cut me some slacker. Oh! No. That's exactly what I didn't want to do. I fucking did it again. I did it again. Somebody help. Please help. I hate it here. I hate everything. Everything about everything. I just hate it. Man. Fine. I'll just eat. Playing on another From Zero-like series in the future. There is something in the works. I have an idea. I guess we can get the consensus now since you guys show up to the streams. Seem like you would be avid viewers of the content, perhaps. What are we thinking if I start a level 3 account and we try to get a mega rare off of level 3? What are we saying? Boring? Stupid? Too much time? Dumb? You're an idiot? Plus ratio? Gotta be Iron Man? Oh, no. I also kind of want to do a hardcore. Like, there's part of me that's kind of fiending, I'm not gonna lie, to start a hardcore. And we all know how good I am at staying alive. Would take too long to do the quests? Oh, ye of little faith. I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna go against my better judgment and do one more here. Am I? Wait. Yeah, there's nothing in here. I'll go one more. I clicked the stream not knowing who it was. Let's go. Algorithm. I think a hardcore would be... Like, the beginning of a hardcore is so boring, you know? I wish I could just, like, skip that part. That'd be nice. As far as a viewer experience goes. I don't mind early questing, but, like, that is not a video, you know? Well, guys, welcome to my hardcore series where I'm doing the same quest we've all done 52,000 times. And, you know, I'll get to, like, Zenites and cool stuff in about a month. Alright, this probably has to be the last one. The Grubulons are getting crazy. The floor's getting crazy. Everything's getting crazy. Chambers of Xerix locked Ultimate Iron Man series. Did you just say my two least favorite things in the game in one sentence? That's kind of crazy. It's almost like you hate me or something. Wow, I just did like 2 damage. That's sick. No, I took a Venom. Pain. I greeted. Kahlo until Soul Pet. People watch the fuck out of it, though. I'm convinced people suicide their hardcores for viewership. Oh, I gotta restart the hardcore. That's true. The Delve 21 hardcore. I would definitely be doing a Delve 21 on a hardcore for sure. Guy who made the Doom Guide you've been using the last 3 days. Nice. We love that. Doom Guide good. Kahlo until Soul Pet. I don't hate that. I actually don't hate that. I do kind of want that. Not gonna lie. That's the other, like, natural progression, right? Become a pet hunter at this point in my career. I also have to go for GM at some point. I'm just lazy. Like, actually. I've done a lot of the hardest tasks in the game, and I just don't want to go do, like... Honestly, I just don't want to go do speedruns, bro. I don't want to, like, Ruby reset or whatever else. Garbage. I just can't be asked. I'm not a speedrunner. Not in my blood. And then you have to get a team in Tob. But I'm not one of those people that's like, I got the best Tobbers in the game to help me do my things. I don't have that sort of street cred, you know? I'd have to find some people on 416 be like, yo, guys, you want to go for perfect Tob? And then I would get the guy with, like, a black salamander coming into Maiden. I'd be like, oh, I guess we're not doing that today. I think my claim to fame will always be that I killed Awakened Brutus with a Tiku Salamander. That's me. I'm him. Something PVM related is better for now. I'm hoping Maggot King is really good, and there's a lot of room for, like, emerging gameplay, find some cool tech. I'd be super down for that. And I hope the boss is good. I'm obviously going to camp the shit out of that boss at the beginning because the items are going to be so expensive. I don't know if I'm going to wake up early on patch day, though. I'm not built like that, you know. Waking up at 6 a.m. my time for the patch or whatever it is. I'm not about that life quite. But I am excited to get the Anguish upgrade and some Seeker arrows. Oh yeah, are we getting that Crush spec too? It's the Anguish upgrade, Seeker arrows, and the Crush spec weapon, right? I think. I actually can't remember. I think it's that. I feel like we talked about this boss for so long ago that I just do not remember anything. Crush Declaws, which are going to be useful in Raids 4 probably, so you're going to want to get your hands on it, I imagine. I wouldn't be opposed to doing Soul until Pet. I don't mind running Kahlo. clean the floor. Video idea, let's hear it. How valid is repeating Dame waves 1 to 6 for the Anise? It's fine. It's obviously going to be slower, but it's totally fine. I don't know exactly what the money per hour would be. It's probably... it's probably decent enough, to be honest. I don't think it's that much worse than anything else you could be doing. Why have you been doing so much Doom recently? Is it because of the best moneymaker right now, the most endgaming boss, your favorite, some other reason? Kind of a combination of all. Mostly just need the money for Scythe as fast as possible, and this is, in theory, the same. The same. What? In theory, the best, is what I meant to say. Moneymaker in the game. And I've gotten 4 Avernic Treads. That's my last drops, which is pretty good. Pretty good. We take those. But now the luck should dry up again, I imagine. And we should be going dry now. I've successfully corrected the balance. I have Thanos'd. One to 6 is similar to Muspa? Really? I always forget that Muspa is actually pretty decent, since the Venator shards are only 1 in 100. But oddly enough, I think the barrier to entry to Muspa is higher than the barrier to entry to Doom. Is that weird? But I feel like it's kind of true. Muspa is so damn tanky. Doing Muspa with anything less than like second Biss kind of feels bad. Like, you can, it just is kind of misery. Bro is thick. Not that Doom isn't thick, but all you need is Elite Void and a Scobo, and you're kind of chilling here. Very cheap entry. Muspa's a brain-dead boss with T-Bow to Mage Swap. Right. Sure, if you have a T-Bow, 100%. But I'm saying, like, if you can only afford... You got 40 mil. You gonna do Muspa or you gonna do Doom 1 to 6? I think I'm leaning Doom, I'm not gonna lie. Oh. I don't know why I didn't realize I was on 8. I knew that. Realistically, you just have to do what you enjoy. Because if you don't, you're going to burn out and not want to play the game at all. Which would be sad if it's the game that you want to play. Like, I really enjoy Solo Yama. It's just kind of not fantastic money right now, so I'm not doing it. But I got a hankering. I could go for some Solo Yama. That's a good boss. I like that one. I mostly just like P3, though, to be honest. P3 is really fun. I could do the contracts. I always forget you can kind of just, like, do those. But I sold Max Mage, which is a little bit oof for contracts. So, probably not. Probably not D-Way, unfortunately. Although I did do... I forget which one. I did most of them in Blue Moon. So, it's not, like, that big of a deal. I could still do it. I think I ended up having to buy an Ancestral Hat for Bloodied Blows to meet the proper HP threshold. I had to buy an Ink Hat. So I did Ink Hat, Blue Moon top and bottom for Bloodied Blows. And a Purging Staff. No Shadow, ever. And it wasn't that bad. So, whenever any of you get around to doing your Radiant Oathblade contracts, they're not as bad as they seem. I promise. Bloody Blows is actually really fun. I like it a lot. The other ones, eh. Chad for doing contracts in Blue Moon. I mean, it's not like that big of a difference, right? It's 2% magic damage and a little bit of accuracy, so it's not like that big of a handicap. A little, but not a lot. Because I wasn't using Shadow, so... Purging Staff, don't mind. I did awaken Vardorvis with a whip. Sorry, a tentacle. An abyssal tentacle, I should clarify. Because the cadence of the fight just made more sense with a 4-tick weapon, and I didn't want to buy a Saildor. Because I was being cheap while I was doing my Blorva contracts. I was like, I don't need no Saildor. If I can do it with a Saildor, I can do it with a whip. So I'm going to do it with a whip. And I did... Levy I just used Void, because I didn't want to buy Masori. Which, it's actually pretty good. I actually really liked Void at Levy. I just did that wrong. Oh, no, I didn't. Awaken Bar with a whip is insane. I promise it's not as insane as it sounds. It actually made it so much easier. For me, in my brain, anyway. Because the cadence of the fight is... It's all on an 8-tick cycle, basically. So using the whip just makes you able to stay in cycle a lot easier than using a 5-tick weapon. It gets out of your brain this habit of not losing your ticks, and you attack when it's awkward timing. So it genuinely just makes it easier, in my opinion. And I still had a Void Waker, so, you know. Again, not that big of a handicap. Sup, gamer watching your Call guys, scared to go in? Ah, don't be scared, man. It's just a game. You're going to die. You've already died. It's already over. It's already done. You're dead. All right? Go in. You got it. You've already died 500 times. Go in with that confidence, okay? You got it. And don't misclick your prayers like me. I have this terrible habit of clicking in between the prayers, so I just miss. I don't even know how you do that. You have to be me, I guess. Ooh, show me the cleanup. Yeah, baby. What do we got? 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 Let's go there and there. Wait. Fuck. I did that backwards. Oh well. It's fine. Skill issue. Just click your prayers, bro. It's hard. They're so small. Look. It's actually more skillful to hit in between the prayers than it is to click the prayers, if we're being honest. Like, that's pretty pixel perfect. You get 3 pixels to do that, I think. And I do it very often. So I'm kind of sick with it, if you think about it. Tebow slaps, I need one since Scobo noodles so hard. It can, for sure. I definitely would be blowpiping the whole car phase if I had a Scobo. That's the way to do it. Which I have a new video out, Delve Tech. No more orb phases, even if you have Scobo and blowpipe. You're still going to get orb phases, but I had to do clickbait, you know. It happens. No! I don't get my janitorial cleanup. Still vote for Doom until Scythe, then Kahlo until Soulpet. Okay, okay. I might mix a little bit of Yama in, just because I kind of like that boss a lot. That's my boy. Yama's the homie. I like that guy. Really fun. Saw that, might have to learn. Absolutely. It's really not too difficult. Unless you're me, then I make it really difficult for myself. No! I just hit myself really hard. Tebow also noodles pretty hard. It does. That's the worst feeling ever, by the way, is when your $1.5 billion weapon hits like 15 zeros and a 2. When you really need it to hit literally anything. It's my favorite. No! I've been chudded. Ouch. That's okay. No! That's okay. We can just do this. I still haven't done an Inferno with a Tebow. I have a Zuck task that I kind of want to do, so maybe we can do that tomorrow on stream. Oh, shit! You need to be locked in for Doom? At the start, yeah. For sure. While you're learning, you gotta lock in really hard. And sometimes when you unlock at Delve 21, like I did, you reverse flick yourself and you die. One little error is all it takes. But that's why I kind of like it a lot. I'm a glutton for punishment, as they say. Max Inferno and Yama in between. I'd be down, I'd be down. I need to get my Inferno time down. That's the main goal. I haven't been back in since my cape, and that was 2 years ago. Because you get your Inferno, and you're like, well, now I just have to make money. I don't want to just do Inferno and make no money. It's not enticing to me. I don't mind the content. I'm a big Inferno fan. But I don't like that it doesn't give me money. And I like money. Fuck. Fuck. I hate it here. I'm struggling. Let it be known. I am struggling. Just took like 1,000,000 damage from grubs. Unlucky. What's happened to my song? Skip. Bigger. Bigger. What? Oh my god. I hate it here. Should I bring SRA and Nox Halley or just Halley for call it? Just Halley. Just Halley is fine. Or just SRA. Whichever is more comfortable for you. You just bring that. You only need the one. I am getting grubbed out of my mind this kill. Holy. Or this delve, rather. You would bring Nox Halley if you want the safety of attacking from... Not behind the pillar, but you know what I mean. Like, the one tile away thing. And then take SRA if you just want maximum damage. Why is my bird scurrying across my desk like he's done something wrong? What are you doing? What happened? What'd you do? Huh? What'd you do? What'd you do? Huh? What'd you do? Where's your toy? Come here. Come here. Hold on, let me fetch bird. Come here. Yeah, the SRA buff should be pretty interesting. I gave the bird some sunflower seeds. He is now content. It's basically crack. Can I say that? Is that TOS? I mean, it's delicious and nutritious. It's like, I got nothing. Fuck. I'm banned. Really random, do you have a good handle on the Trover changes? I feel like I don't understand the death mechanics outside of the examples they give and not reading Trover death. So, basically, I think, long story short, genuinely, if you have something of value, Trover it. Infernal Cape, Void, Quiver, whatever. Anything that could help you in a PvP scenario that gives you a stat buff that is untradeable. Trover it. If you have something that is untradeable that is not very useful in PvP, Graceful, yeah, Graceful. I can't think of anything else. I don't know. Random ass, just like whatever untradables. Then you don't need to do anything. It'll just break. It's fine. And then if you have like semi-good things, like a Fire Cape or an Assembler, you also don't need to Trover those, I believe. You only have to Trover... Where the fuck am I going? Oi! I think you are pretty much good to go unless you are doing Quiver, Infernal, Void. Then you need to Trover those, and you also have to repair them after you Trover them anyway. But all the, like, little things, it's pretty whatever. You don't have to Trover it. It gets broken and you have to pay a fee. If you have any doubts, just Trover your item and it'll be fine. Remember, you can always take the Trover off as well. If you find out that it's like you didn't need to Trover it, then you can just take it off later. It's fine. Yeah. Thoughts on Reynolds Quiver tank strat? It's fine. If that's what you got to do it, do it. That's like loosely what I based mine off of. I just did like a more, I guess, practical version of it. Instead of... It's like a... How would I compare it? Reynolds is more like... You want to always tank. Like, you don't really think about it. You just go for the rotate. You go for the tank. Mine was like, well, think about it for a second. And then if you need to rotate, you can still do it. So I was trying to, like, be the in-between of, like, super sweaty and just tank to your heart's content kind of vibe. Liked both. Mine a bit more in-depth and offer strategy. Yeah, that's what I just wanted to... I wanted to let people know how to do the Colosseum if they want to try to do the Colosseum and, like, really learn it. But if you need to do the tank strat, you still can, right? Like, just use it as a bailout. Why didn't my Protect Magic go on? Use it as a bailout, don't use it as a default, is where I'm at with it. Because absolutely you're going to need a bailout, that's fine. Just don't, like, default to, oh, this is impossible, let me just run around in a circle and do nothing, you know? While we're on the subject of Trover Parchment, who the fuck is ever going to buy a Ghostly Robe Top for 45k from Purdue? Piers, maybe. Because it is annoying to get it back, right? You have to, like, go all the way out to the fucking dude from, whatever that quest is called. General Shadow or whatever. In search of... I don't fucking remember. Whatever mini quest it is. I would pay that if I was on a Pure, but that's it. If I'm not on a Pure, I don't care, right? Even on a Pure, I don't know. Maybe I would just take Wizard Robes or something. Elder Chaos, I don't know. AFK for a sec. Okay. He's near Galleria. Assume it's not that hard to get to from Marty Bank. That's fair. Or wait, isn't it different for everybody? No, it's not. That's... What quest is that? What's the quest where it's different for everybody? I thought that was Ghostly. I don't remember. Ow. Leave Void Ornament Kit. You still lose the Ornament Kit on PvP death, but it's an untradeable, so... Pause. Hold that thought. Gaming. Ow. Why did I move early? I'm troking. I'm troking. I'm troking. It's trolling and choking at the same time. I'm troking. That sounds bad. I'm gonna not say that again. Give me the cleanup. Nice. Let's do like that and that. Leave Void Ornament Kit. You still lose the Ornament Kit in PvP death, but it's an untradeable. So actually, I barely even know how to form my question here. The mangled forms also aren't clear to me. I personally think that it was a pointless update. The way we had it was technically fine. All we had to do was make anything that isn't a PvP related item It doesn't matter. You keep it on death. If it gives you stats, like it gives you power stats, accuracy or strength bonus or whatever, you trover it once, and then you pay a fee if you lose it. Or if you die with it. It gets broken, and you just pay a fee. I don't know why we had to have 3 tiers of it. It should just be one or the other. Is it good in PvP? No. Okay, it doesn't matter. Take it wherever you want. You'll keep it on death. Is it good in PvP? Okay, you trover it, and if you die with it, wherever you die with it, you just have to repair. Like, I don't know why. I don't know why it's that difficult, but they made it very difficult. But yeah, I think with ornament kits, you always lose your ornament kit, but you'll keep the base item. Especially if you trover it. It's really goofy to me. It seems convoluted for no reason. How do I use your blowpipe tech on the jams full tiles for Doom? I'm going to be honest, brother. I don't know what that is. I'm assuming that's somebody else's method. And you can probably devise a way to just stay in blowpipe range on the current method that you're doing. Unless it was made for a T-bow or a Scobo, I guess, then maybe you can't. But there should be a way to make it viable for a blowpipe. You just have to stay in the 5 tiles. I don't know their official name. If it's the, like, corner tech, I don't know if you... I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if you can. Hello? Dude, I am just not with it right now. Apparently. Good lordy, lordy, have mercy. Don't think the items kept on death and the equipment tab is accurate sometimes. I could believe it. Especially after the patch. I could believe that it's not properly updated. I think if you are in doubt, just trover your item and it should be fine. How did I get hit there? What are we talking about, bro? Whatever. Very risk averse, so I avoid the wieldy too much. I mean, there's not much you need to go out there for unless you're an iron, I guess. And even though you don't, like, have to, it's just really convenient, right? I guess if you want to run high invo Toas, you want a Void Waker at some point, maybe that's worth it to you. And then supplies, I can understand. But there's really just nothing out there that you need to interact with. Even more despicable. A lunar torso costs 140k from Purdue, bro. Like, yeah. The lunar items, I never understood why they're so expensive. Oh my fuck, dude. Kill me. Kill me, I'm here. I'm fucking struggling, bro. And it's just tragic. My life is in shambles. I'm gonna die to grubs. Then he just clogs out there for people to care about that stuff. Threat of PKers gives you anxiety. I mean, if you're not taking anything out there worth risk, The way I always evaluated it when I was doing... What was I doing? I was doing the CAs in the wilderness. I was like, okay, I am willing to lose 250k like 6 times over. Because that's what? An hour and a half of Vorkath, like worst case scenario, you know? Zero clue how you read chat while switching prayers, moving, healing, attacking. It's because I've done this boss so many times that I don't have to pay that much attention to it, but as you can see, when I don't, I get punished for it. It's like I already know every movement that I have to do, so that part is automatic. So I can add reading the chat since I already know exactly what I need to do. There's nothing that this boss can do that would surprise me, I guess is a way to look at it. Now, if I was doing like an Awaken fight, hell no, I'm not talking to you. I gotta focus up. Maybe. Maybe not on Whisper. I think on Whisper I could have a full conversation, because that boss was such a joke. I don't know why they designed it the way they did. Ow! I'm gonna die to grubs. Ooh! Not today! Not today! Live streaming and chatting during Awakened. I could attempt. I genuinely wish that I didn't have to use an Awakener's Orb anymore to do those bosses. I feel like once you do them once, you should just be able to go do them for fun now. Like, why do I still have to pay 500,000 GP just to enter the arena? That's so stupid. I think that they should release an Awakened Giant Mole. Wait, you might be cooking. Why don't we just release an Awakened version of every boss? And then the HLC can stop complaining. I do really wish they would revisit the Awakened Orb system, though. Like, genuinely. It's really sad that you can't just, like, go in and do this for fun. I mean, you can. You just have to have so much excess money. And I do not. Make it to where every 25 boss KC, no orb required attempt at Awaken. That would be interesting. Yeah, sure. Fuck it. Why not? Like, who cares? Blorba doesn't do anything for you. It's just vanity. Why not just let people do it for free? Who cares? I guess it would crash the price of orbs. So the people that can't do Awakened but want to farm orbs would be a little bit sad. Do you switch RuneLite profiles based on content? Also, how do you decide on this zoom level stretch mode size? I don't. I just have one size fits all, one setting fits all. I'm fairly minimalist, I think, in comparison to a lot. I use this thing, like put a box around my enemy and tile markers. And that's kind of it. I don't like the like attack cooldown or I don't know what the fuck else. Inventory tags, fucking prayer reorganization. Like, I don't do any of that mess. But what I did, because I was a PvPer, so I played on Fixed for a really long time. So I didn't want to be on fully on Fixed, and what ended up making me go off of Fixed was Inferno. Because I couldn't see some of the spawns on Fixed sometimes without, like, I would lose click accuracy in PVM because of the smaller screen, because I had to zoom out further to see the things, so my tile clicks were worse. So what I did for my screen size is I just opened a YouTube video, put it in theater mode, and literally sized my client to YouTube theater mode. Because that's, like, a perfect size for me to look at, and it's a really easy size to still, like, click fairly accurately and fairly quickly. It's not too big and it's not too small. So, recommend trying that. It's good tech. See that in video? All good. Costs me nothing. You keep claiming early at Doom. Sometimes I'm on wave 13 and I have 4 brews left, but chicken out and there's 2 men in the chat. Ow. I mean, if you need the money, that's fine to just cash out, right? But I'm in a position where the 1 and 2 mil loots aren't gonna make enough of a difference for me to stop my run and restart to get to that GP per hour value that I'm at right now, if that makes sense. Like the cost analysis of it is bad. I am more than willing to lose that 2 million GP to stay at a theoretical 25 mil an hour or whatever I'm at deep delving in a minute. And if I lose the run, it's like, whatever. It's fine. I will only leave if I am truly, like, out of floor space or... Like, there I was going to leave. In the previous run, I was going to leave because my grubs were, like, ridiculous, doing, like, 30 damage to me, so then I would have left. Only leave if I'm forced to, basically. Haven't gotten a drop past level 8. It'll feel like that because that's just how it's going to break down. Like, most of your drops are still going to come from the early waves. I forget who did the math video on it. Some guy did a... There's the guy that does all the math. And he broke down the math, and it was like, yeah, the bulk of your drops are still going to come from early delves, so don't worry about it. It's just going to feel weird, and that's fine. Ow. Ow. What's my monitor size? It's a semi-curved monitor from MSI. I don't know how big it is. Hold on, I can get the measuring tape out. It's still only a 1920 by 1080p monitor, but it is... My default is like 27. Hold on. I want to say it's 27. Let me put my arm. Surely, like 27. Maybe a little bit bigger than 27. But I think it's 27. I don't feel like opening my little display shit. Why 1080p? Is this just for gaming? Yeah. It was a... not a hand-me-down, but I built a family friend's Linux PC and, like, had to format his hard drives and everything in a way that he wanted. He wanted, like, RAID mirror bullshit. I don't fucking remember what he wanted, but I did that, and he was like, well, I have this spare monitor. Do you just want me to pay you X amount of money, and you can have this monitor? You can keep the monitor that you worked on. And I was like, yeah, sure. So that's what this is. So I'm not entirely sure what it is. I just took it because it was free, and it was decent enough. And my old eyes can't tell the difference between 1080p and 1440p. And I don't want to run into any compatibility issues or stupid frame drops or whatever. I'm old school. What's my profession? Do I work in tech? No, but I was going to... I have a weird history with the jobs. I was comp sci in my first year of college, and then I dropped out for egregious reasons that I won't repeat on stream. But I was in a bad way, we'll say. So I dropped out and worked for like a year. Then I went back to college to get my 4-year degree, and I ended up going for... Or no, I went to get my 2-year degree in criminal justice technology, so I did that. And then I was like, I don't want to do this shit. I don't want to be a cop. So I go back to college, and I'm like, okay, I want to do art. I love drawing. I want to make comic books. I love drawing, and I love writing. So I go to try and do that, and I was like, wait, this shit sucks. I don't want to do still life for the rest of my life. So I changed majors and finally settled on an English degree. And then I became an author. So I'm an author. That is my profession. Long story short, I'm an author. You used to do PvP, Wildy PKing, or other? I did Wildy and Edgeville. Both. Edgeville way back in the day, and then Wildy once they sort... They didn't remove Edgeville PKing, but they like shifted away from it. Kind of vibe. I switched to NHing. I now NH on the side. I have a PKing alt that I don't do videos on because I don't know if that would be appreciated by the community at the moment. Your software engineer in the industry is fucked right now, so it's good you dropped it. I have heard that AI has been crashing and burning a lot of things, and it crashed and burned being an author as well, so you're not alone. AI sort of destroyed being an author, being an artist, being anywhere in computers, all that kind of shit, and like offshoring and whatever. It's rough. Judging at you being a PKer. It's fun, man. It's fun. I'm at least not toxic. And if somebody's out there and like they genuinely didn't know where they were or whatever, or they get really upset, I'll just give their shit back. Like, I'm just out there for fun. I don't really care about the GP. You're a software engineer too. Oh, hey guys, we got something on Delph 6. Do you think it's Dom? I think it's Dom. Actually, no, it can't be Dom. Because he doesn't show up on the thing anymore. You're also a software engineer? That's sick. Well, wait, we're on 6. If we're worried about orb prices, make it to where orbs cover your death fee and awaken, and it'll be a minimum of 350k. That too, actually. Why doesn't the Awakener's orb just cover your death fee? That's weird. Dom can drop on 6. That's where he starts dropping, but he's not gold anymore because I forget why. I think they changed it. It was like he doesn't appear as gold anymore if you already have him or whatever it is. I think. What was that? I don't know what that was. Hey, can somebody tell me what that was? I don't know what that was. Wait. I know how to tell. Hold on. I'm a good streamer. I know how to tell. I go over here. No, that's just a follow. Guys, I don't know what that was. What was that? What was that bingling? No, I heard like a bingling on like Stream Elements. What was that? Somebody did something. I don't know what they did. Oh well. Whatever that was, thank you. Or I'm sorry. I don't know what that was. Okay, I guess we're leaving on a cloth. I heard... Did you guys not hear it? Because I heard it. It was like... Boing! Or whatever. Like I got followed or something. I don't know. Oh, I got a subscriber. Wes. Thanks for subscribing. I appreciate it. It just took forever to update for some reason. Let me bank this. Cloth. I had a friend named Wes back in the day. Guy was a fucking legend. Missed that guy. Let's go Tormented. Bracelets. Sure. Okay, I guess we'll wait on that. Even to... Actually, wait, how many do I have in bank from doing these? Not enough. Bruh. Alright, well, I'm not going to sit here and make you guys wait for that. We go back. By the way, I was fully expecting that to be an I because I still only have one. What is this? What is this spread? What was the timer in the GE? I don't know. Did it bug out? I didn't notice. It might have just bugged. Never seen that as the plugin. Maybe? I have the Grand Exchange plugin. I don't know. It's just always been that way. Timer. Is it in here? Bosses, potions, spells, misc. Nope. I don't know what it is. No idea. It's always been that way for me. Something sold. My demon tears have sold. Oh, wait. I want to check my Doom rank as well. Yeah, 985, dude. I'm back to top 1,000. Let's go. Top 1,000 Doom streamer right here. Extraordinaire. And there's the Tormented Bracelet. Perfect. Plus, how much was it? 64 mil. Nice. We have made 250 mil. Heading off, tell Peter hello for me, though. Yo, Travis says hello. He's sleeping. I didn't wake him up. Definitely didn't just wake him up doing that. I didn't consider his well-being. That was my fault. Terrible bird parent, to be honest. Appreciate you stopping by, though. Come by anytime. We'll be back tomorrow, probably. Not even probably. We'll be back tomorrow. And we'll probably do Inferno and Yama, I think. That sounds good. Switch it up. Have yet to do either, so you'd really like to see Yama? Okay, perfect. We'll be back tomorrow, 5 to 8 EST. I don't think we'll be doing early stream tomorrow. And we will start with some Yama. Uh-oh. T-Bow's doing the noodle thing. Okay, just hit 3 zeros in a row. Nice. That was sick. Extra explainy? I can do my best. I tend to do that. I tend to over-explain. It's part of my brand. Nah, what else are they for? It's just live coaching. Matter of fact, you can pull up and we'll duo it. How about that? Give you the rundown in a duo, and then you can go try it. Get to put you on live. I've done that with another viewer. Took him through a Toa. That was fun. He died in every room, I think. But that's content. I would move heaven and earth just to solo something and not have to deal with finding a clan and having to be social. No! Be social. It's cool to find like-minded individuals. As long as they're not assholes. That's valid. I'm also antisocial, to be fair. As long as I have the protection of a screen, I'm usually okay. But in real life, nah, I'm moving to the fucking corner, bro. Where's the dog? Where's the dog at the party? That's where I'm going. No, you're gonna hit. No, I believe you. You're gonna hit. Fuck. Okay, nice. Thanks, Thrall. W. W, Thrall. W Thrall 2 OP, please nerf. Can you believe people were like, what if we buff Thralls and make them do like 9 damage in auto attack? That's a good raid reward. Nope. Shut up. Nope. Shut up. Don't tell me how to drive. Shut up. Nope. Shut up. What if we buffed Venge to where it does 1000% of the damage? Oh! POV, that's still dog shit because nothing can get hit by Venge except people. Lol. If you give group content demos in tomorrow's potentially Yama vid, it'll be one ear and out the other for me knowing it's Nope. Duo and solo are the same thing at Yama. You just have to... Well, it's not the same thing. You just have to change P3 a little bit between the two. Oh, fuck. Ow, my head. The upcoming raid better have good solo mode like Toa. They have already confirmed that it will be soloable, but it will be harder than soloing the Theater of Blood. So, do with that information what you will. Why did I just stop moving there, by the way? Anybody see that? That's weird. Maybe I stopped the moving. Thoughts? Might be too strong for PvP, though. Maybe, maybe. That was the other thing, dude. The new robes in PvP... Ow. New robes in PvP are insane, by the way. Ooh, I'm trolling. Don't mind me. What's Doom without a little bit of trolling? Nice recover. They make group content while having the most rudimentary and clunky text chat system in modern gaming. I do wonder if they will improve the party finder system for the raid. That would be really cool if they could do that in tandem. Because all the raids have terrible party finders. Like, it's so bad. It only reflects 950%, though. That'd be fine. You already get one shot in PvP anyway. No, I shot too late. have any better ideas. I like OSR as it is with chat setup. I just want a scalable raid so I can get a few fun dry protected drops and go from there. Dry protection! You must embrace the RNG. Embrace the miserable luck. Embrace doing 2,000 kills for an item. That's how long it took me to get my first pair of treads, by the way. I had to do... What was it? 2,000... No, that was Duke. I had to do 2,100 Duke for an eye. And then I had to do 1,300 deep delves or something like that for my first pair of treads. That was fun. Can't all be Chads. I'm not a Chad. I'm just fucking shadow banned. I don't know. Jagex doesn't like me. It's the only explanation. Oops. I missed a tick. Sue me. Man, look at all this poison over here. What is this? Lulled at the video title when I read it a couple days ago, straight up. Wait, which one? What did I title it? Was it the stream? Where I was like, Big Tebow, boom, boom, doom, vroom, vroom, whatever the fuck I said. Ah. Oh, shadow banned on drops, yeah. I'm literally shadow banned, bro. Not anymore, but I was. They heard my complaints. They finally dropped it. I had to appeal to the courts. I just all caps that shit. You can't shadow ban me forever, Jagex. That's really what it felt like. It was so bad. We're finally back in the clear. All is hunky and Dory. Who the hell's Dory and why are they hunky? That's a joke. It was a funny one. No shade to the mods, but it is what it is. I am shadow banned. I mean, that's just more terrible. Can't even appeal to get my shadow ban lifted. Fuck! Oh, I probably should have healed myself, huh? It might have been ideal. I'll do it this way. Man, what were we saying about Tebow noodling like 2 seconds ago? Because it's doing that again to me. Oh, I'm so glad that wasn't stacked poorly. That would have been a miserable ending to my career. Hey, what were we saying about the Tebow noodling like 2 seconds ago? There we go. Sheesh. Had to make me work for that one, huh? I thought that guy was about to shoot me. I did nothing wrong. Wait, look at this pattern I made. Wait. I just had a fantastic idea. I could draw a picture. Would that be impressive if I could do that in the middle of Doom? I think it would. Who is Jose and why does he keep getting denied? What? What does that mean? Oh, wait. No way, Jose. No, I got it. I got it. I was just slow. I got it. How come you never get displaced by the rock? That happens if you miss time. So if you miss this timing, then you'll get displaced. It is tick perfect to not get displaced. But I do sometimes still get displaced. In the car phase? The beginning of the car phase. I don't get displaced by the rock. I'm not sure. The only time I ever get displaced is when it's I'm doing the dodge. The rocks fall. I mean, they just have to fall on your head for that, right? I'm not sure. I'd have to, like, see a clip of what you're talking about, and then I can tell you, ouch. I get displaced by my own hubris. That's what I get displaced by. Maybe it's the tiles. Maybe. As you were running back while clearing gloves at the end of the shield phase, sometimes a rock fall and a trip on it. Oh, no, that has happened to me a few times, yeah. It's just luck of the draw, realistically. That has definitely happened to me, and it pisses me off, then it throws off the whole car phase. It definitely happens, but it's pretty seldom. It's fairly seldom. Because I usually... My goal when I'm doing the send... I said it in my Delve Tech video. Like, you always want to go for what I call a clean send. And that just means, like, making sure you're only going to hit one grub and then send him. Or leave a ranged grub up, because you know that's going to kill the shield. So you'll go to the opposite side where you need to be, and then just shoot the grub, and you're out of under him already, would be the goal. Yeah, it's just a subtle pre-movement, I guess. Just getting prepared to send him into car phase at the best spot that I can do that. We'll see if we can do an example. Like, here is fine. It's not an overload of grubs. So here, I'm going to kill the mage, because sometimes it can be awkward. I don't like when they get stacked up. I like it to be one by one, nice and simple. This is fine. I'm at 268. I need both of these to die, so I'm just going to shoot this, slap this, and we're off. And I know I can run through the poison as well, because you're immune to the ground effects. So I don't try and path around that or do any min-maxing around that. I just full bolt it through. Damn it. Ah! Dude. I don't know what's happening, but I mean... Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Whatever. La, la, la. Doesn't matter. La la la. Whatever. La la la. Doesn't matter. La la la. You guys know that one? I'm noticing that wasn't a clock here in the comment. Second one today. And 6 overall now. I feel morally compromised watching you skillfully go delve after delve in all of your abilities, knowing you use them for evil. What do you mean I use them for evil? What did I do? Hey, bird. Chill. What can I sell these for? $184? Sure. I want one boot. At PKing? Dude, I don't do it that often. It's fine. I only, truthfully, hand on the Biblioteca. I try not to kill PVMers unless they're risking a lot. I only want to kill other PvPers. Because I want the action, you know what I mean? Oh, wait, I'll give you guys the animation because it's cool. This animation and the Rancor animation are so good. Confliction Gauntlet. What are these? 86.2. Roger Dodger. We'll do 86 mil. So that's plus 270 right there, which would put us at 900 mil cash. I might be able to swing the scythe, but we might need like one more boot. We'll see. But as the bird is screaming, that is going to be it for the stream today. We're over 3 hours. I'm a little over. We'll be back tomorrow, 5 to 8 p.m. EST, and we'll send some Yama. We'll send some Kalo if I can swing a scythe. If I can't, then we'll just do we'll do Yama for a little bit and try and get some Oathplate because that'll be pretty sick too. I already have the Yama pet, which is a little bit disappointing, but it's fine. We'll just go for some Oathplate and have some fun at Yama and then some Kalo. Anyway, that is all from me. We made an unbelievable amount of money today, I'm gonna be honest. Crazy day. Here's the final log also. We're at 6 boots, 9 clock, 1 eye. Don't know what that's about. No Eye of IX for me. Anyway, I'm out of here. I'm going to go AFK Smith and get dinner ready. I will catch y'all on the flip side. Thanks for stopping by. Much love.